Greetings, mighty humans. I hope you're all doing extremely well. Let's take a look and see what the runes and fairy have for us today. Okay, mighty humans, let's start with the runes. Berkano, rebirth, a shift in the domain that your consciousness can access, an expansion. Fehu, this is abundance. It could be in the form of money, but abundance takes many shapes and forms, that which is most precious to you. Fehu. And Nauthiz. Nauthiz is self-reliance. It indicates need, but also standing on your own 2 feet. Sovereignty, being independent from everyone and everything. So the initial message coming through the runes is that, mighty human, you're going through a rebirth where you will be abundant and capable of standing independently on your own 2 feet without the need to rely on anyone or anything but yourself and that which you have already within you, which most importantly includes that spark of the beloved source of all sources. Rebirth and abundance and sovereignty. This is a beautiful initial message. So let's take a look and see what the fairy have to add. List of the shadow. Honesty. Unity. Undressing of a salad. The singer of initiation. Beautiful. The fairy guide. So, mighty humans, you're going to be going through a process of rebirth. In the same way that physical birth from the womb into physical reality is a great expansion. It is indicating a growth of domain where your consciousness has access to. It is going through a rite of passage, a transformation, an evolution. Now, List of the Shadows is talking about healing the shadow, healing addictions, and healing your self-esteem. Now, look at this wonderful, wonderful being, and look at the dark background indicating the shadow, and there is an act of jumping, an act of liberation and release. So those parts of our psyche which we don't have the capacity or bandwidth to deal with, when they occur, we push them down and turn them into shadow. And so when we are at a sufficient level of strength and health, it is very prudent to address these, to allow them to come to the surface, either healing them and integrating them, or blessing them and releasing them. Either way, no longer holding down that unprocessed trauma of the shadow. Because otherwise, these shadows are in the background, out of our conscious mind, and they're doing their damage. And many a time, people then go to secondary and tertiary things just to suppress the side effects of it. This is comprehensively dealing with the root cause. This is supporting the quality of your rebirth. This is house cleaning, going inside and making sure you have none of this stuff. Underneath it, we have undressing of a salad. This is balance. This is avoiding extremes, but also achieving that which seems impossible. What you are doing here is reaching balance. And that is the definition of health. In a state where your mind, body, and energy, your spirit and your consciousness are all balanced, not skewed to light or void. When you are at this point of divine neutrality, the body has the wisdom to heal itself, and so does every single aspect of who you are. You're achieving something that is really impressive, seemingly impossible, but you're doing this. Now moving to the next column, we have the energy of abundance. This is beautiful. Qualifying it comes honesty. Honesty, compassion, tact. But it is also coming with this element of gentleness, of softness. Look at this beautiful green color. The heart is powering the throat. The throat is supported also by the third eye, the crown, and all the branches of the soul star. So this truth is informed by the wisdom of your infinite soul and the consciousness and compassion of a healthy, healed heart. You see, if the heart contains hatred, if there is unhealed trauma, everything coming down gets polluted with that distortion of the trauma. This is very important to keep in mind. This is true for us, and it is true for everyone in a human body. Those carrying trauma and the energy of hatred are unclear vessels. Here you are achieving that state of the magnificent you. Honesty, fueled by compassion and informed by the wisdom of the infinite soul. Underneath this, we have the singer of initiation. This is equivalent to the rune Sowilo, which is sun, equivalent to the sun card in the regular tarot. It is basically talking about passing through trial, victory, going to a new level. Now, this type of passage through trial and initiation usually is something that takes a very long time and a great deal of effort, resilience, and being able to transmute a whole lot of poison. Here you are achieving this, beloved mighty human. Purging the shadow, although it might seem impossible, leads to opening of the gates, the floodgates of abundance, and going to a whole new level. Now, going to our third column, we have Nauthiz. This is sovereignty. This is having what you need within you without having to rely on anyone or anything outside. Independence. And then immediately underneath this, we have the oracle card of unity. This is also equivalent to Othala in the Elder Futhark runes. Spiritual home, unified consciousness harmonics, and having a mystical experience, as if there's even more confirmation needed. Immediately underneath this, we have the fairy oracle. It comes in a blank form, equivalent to the void rune, meaning that the world is your oyster. I've drawn a little heart here just to keep everything in the deck balanced at the energy of love and pure consciousness. But this is telling you, the world is your oyster. Purging this heaviness is liberating you, opening up that which is truly yours. Independence in life, in actions, in thought. Unity with your infinite soul and the beloved divine. There is no more powerful state of health and manifestation potential as a pure, unimpeded connection to the beloved source of all sources. The world is your oyster, mighty human. This is a beautiful conclusion to a very vibrant, energetic, and impressive transformation. Now, it is important to know that beyond any method of divination by any instrument, here I'm using the Elder Futharku runes and the Fairy Oracle, it is important to know that we are not bystanders and passive observers of what transpires around us. We are aspects of the beloved source of all things, and so therefore we are creators, not just co-creators. And in this state that you are going to be in, beloved mighty human, connection unimpeded to source, the world really is your oyster. There are no limits for you. Manifest with grace, compassion, and honesty, dignity and sovereignty. So, in order to now go to the active state, an active stage of our runes and fairies, we're going to create a rune bind or a sigil of power, encapsulating this beautiful sequence of rebirth, abundance, and sovereignty into a simple graphical form. So let us start with the runes Berkano, rebirth, and then we have Fehu, abundance. Finally, Nauthiz, having what you need, sovereignty, standing on your own 2 feet. Let us create the sigil of power. Okay, beloved mighty humans. This is our sigil of power, encapsulating the energy of rebirth through purging and liberating yourself from shadow. Although it may seem impossible, you achieve it. Opening the floodgates of abundance, honesty, and compassion. Going up a whole new level, completing the process of rebirth, passing through trial, gaining your sovereignty, which in this convoluted world is the most precious gift. Sovereignty, because you need no one. You are connected to the beloved source of all sources. In this state, what is there other than this that can even hold a candle to the light of source? And as a result of this sovereignty, compassion, and infinite abundance coming to you, the world is your oyster. This is really beautiful. This is a reading for a soul that has endured significant hardship. My wonderful friend, you have been through the ringer, but you have done something that is seemingly impossible. Not just healing and breaking karmic conditions and the cruelties and ungentle things in life, but you heal the heart. With the healed heart, you get a clear, pure, and unadulterated flow of divine wisdom, and the world is your oyster. Very beautiful. I salute you. If this is yours, You are one magnificent being. So, you may take a photograph of this rune bind or sigil of power, or you just may observe and take it into your brilliant mind. If it is aligned with your highest soul purpose, highest good, and greatest life, may you accept it. I would like to thank you for your valuable time, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future. Kindly, if this resonates with you, support me by subscribing to my channel. Many thanks.